Good morning, and welcome to Growing Edge Live. My name is Ali Benjamin, and we are here every Sunday morning and have been since 2009, I think. And so it is our great honor and privilege to be able to join in spiritual community, have a little spiritual nourishment here every Sunday morning. And whether you're coming back, you're a regular here, or whether you're here for the very first time, I'd like to welcome you and say or suggest or invite you to think that there may be something here today, whether it's something I say or something that you feel, or maybe you notice something in the chat, that there'll be something today that will help you in your life, whatever you're experiencing in your life right now, whether you're struggling with something, or a relationship, or a health issue, a financial issue, mental health issue, or maybe you're really in a good place and you're in the thick of creating some wonderful new chapter of your life. I hope that today will give you a little inspiration to step forward with a deeper sense of meaning and purpose and belonging. So welcome. This is Growing Edge Live, and we're here every Sunday at 10 a.m. Mountain Time. And so welcome. I'd like to start today with a little grounding meditation. So please join me in closing the outer eyes and taking a few heart breaths. I like to think of a heart breath as consciously minding the flow of your breath and connecting with the energy of your heart. So as you breathe in, just imagine your breath going down through your nostrils, down into your body, into your heart center. And when your breath is there, just imagine expanding a field of love and appreciation. And then on the exhale, you exhale love and peace. And so heart breath is breathing in love, expanding the field of love, and exhaling love. So let's do that together. And as you do this, just get a sense of arriving in this moment of relaxing and making any little adjustments to your position that will give you a greater sense of comfort and preparing yourself to receive. We're about to dive into spiritual principles here, and so it's a good place to be is a place of receptivity, a place of being open and still and receptive. And so allow the breath to also bring you more fully into that awareness. And as your body relaxes, as you maybe take a moment to consider your intention. What's your intention for being here? Maybe you're just curious about what I have to say, or maybe you are on a very deliberate spiritual path and you've identified something that you're contemplating or you're working on, you're breathing more life into, or you are bringing more fully forward into your own experience. So settle on your intention for today. That's good. So as you relax, as you center yourself in your intention, another good clarifying question is, what is my motivation? What is my motivation for being here today? I know that my motivation is to connect with a tribe or a community or individuals of like mind that are interested in exploring the human condition. My intention is to explore spiritual principles so that my life becomes more comfortable and easy and peaceful and flowing, and I have a greater sense of freedom in my life. What's your intention? What's your motivation for being here? And as you listen with that inner ear, you find the answers right here within yourself. And this is where we commune with Divine Mind, the universe, God, whatever term you use for the infinite, for infinite intelligence, infinite presence. And so deepen into that listening here. Listening with a still and open mind. Very good. Now take one more breath, relaxing and arriving. And when you're ready, go ahead and open your eyes and be fully present. So welcome back. Today I'm going to be talking about choose your flavor. And before I get going on that, I want to, a couple of people have asked me about books that I've been talking about. I know this is probably backwards, but this is The Art of Contemplation by Richard Rudd. Been drawing a lot from that book this January. And for February, I'm going to be drawing inspiration from this one. Brene Brown, Atlas of the Heart. And actually, I'd like to invite you to have a deeper dive into this book, into Atlas of the Heart. We're going to be having a conversation, I call it Growing Edge Conversation, and that is on the second Tuesday of every month. And this February, it will be on the 15th of February, that's a Tuesday night, at 7 p.m. Mountain Time. And we will be gathering, meeting on Zoom, the platform that lets us have a more intimate, personal conversation. And so if you would like a link, if you'd like to be on our mailing list, please go ahead and DM me. Michael's on the chat and he'll be live with any suggestions, any links. So go ahead and DM us and we will get a link for you so that you can join us for Growing Edge Conversations, where we go deeply into current books like this, or topics, or areas of concern, or areas of delight. We want this to be a conversation where we get to explore things outside of our zone, our track, and get a hit on what other people are going through. So please join us on the 15th, day after Valentine's Day. So what is your flavor? We all have an opportunity in this lifetime to bring forth our unique flavor. And I've used that, the example of a flavor and the analogy of cooking today with the idea of ingredients and the idea of flavors and the idea that we're making something. And this something is really our life. Each of us are making our life. And we each have a particular, unique, one-of-a-kind life to bring forward. Each of us, another way of saying it, is each of us has a unique essence or a unique soul that we are here to reveal. And the reason that we don't hear this, or we don't necessarily see each other as unique souls, is because we're conditioned. We're conditioned to be a particular way. We're taught from a very young age through our parents and our siblings and our friends and our people that we meet and our teachers and our government and all of that. We're conditioned and we're programmed to be a particular way. We're told what's valuable within our society. within our culture. And then we, as little ones, aspire to please those that are in authority. And so we sort of fall into roles and ways of being that we haven't thought much about necessarily, but we want to reach certain goals that society has placed, or we want to please our parents or our teachers or our siblings. There's a sense that we need to be like them, that we need to achieve the same ideals. And when we reach a certain age, we realize that, hey, my goals, my dreams, my aspirations are different than my siblings or my parents. And we begin to see that a whole world opens up as we begin to find our stride and our independence in the world. And we have experiences with different hobbies and activities. And we begin to see that maybe we don't march to the beat of the same drummer or the same drum beat as others. So we begin to develop interests and sort of develop our own flavor. Our soul becomes more apparent when we tend to our own life, when we tend to our own desires. And I think that's why we're here, primarily to tend to our own souls, to take care of this one precious life, this one precious body, this incarnation. And so it might sound very selfish on one hand, and in so many spiritual and religious traditions, the emphasis really is on not focusing on the self, but focusing on serving others. And I believe that if we tend to our own soul, if we nurture our own flavor, if we identify the flavors that are important to us, the aspects, the qualities in life that are important to us, and we cultivate a life based on our values, based on our predominant flavors, then we will, as a side effect of that soul nurturance, we will then serve others. That our living our best life or our living our full flavor out loud will then influence and serve everyone around us. And so just like we hear of on an airplane when we're told by the flight attendant to give the oxygen to ourselves first so that we can care for our children or those around us, it's that premise, that when we tend and nurture to the flavor of our own soul, we then have more, we have a richer dish to feed others with. We become master chefs. We become highly tuned. We become discerners. Our faculty of discernment is nurtured and developed so that we know what ingredients to bring to the dish, the communal dish, the food that we're all nourished by, which is this thing called life, which it's like a river. We're all sort of putting in our unique flavor, bringing our unique dish into the river of life, and then we're all a part of this great river. My friend Ben, who's on today, hey Ben, said this to me yesterday, and I love this. He said, this is hope I'm not breaking any confidences here. I don't believe so, because Ben is really a practitioner of ancient wisdom and mind mastery, and he is someone in the world that wants to make a difference and help others find their path. And so he said this to me. He said this is becoming his mantra. I believe we are not one in God or one with God, but we are one of God. We are one of God. We're not part of it. We're not in it. We are of it. And so it's kind of like a both and. We're in it, we're of it, we're one in it, but we are one of it. We're all a part of this amazing God soup, this wonderful cauldron that we're all stirring and throwing our ingredients in. And as I was pondering this, I was thinking, what are the ingredients? And I was thinking of Ayurveda. And in Ayurveda, there are flavors, there's doshas, there's ingredients that we're to look at that correspond with our essence. And sometimes we can benefit from sweet or sour or salty or pungent or spicy, hot. There's different flavors that sort of correspond with our attitude, our moods. And so everything is welcome. Every attitude is welcome. But if we're always going for spicy, hot, then we're not going to have balance in our life. So we need a balance of ingredients. We need a little bit of cool when we've had too much hot. We need a little bit of sweet when there's been too much sour. And so we're constantly, as thought leaders, as seekers of truth, we are constantly taking a sort of an inventory. We're discerning, where am I being too spicy in my life? Where do I need to bring some cool, calm energy? Where am I being a bit too serious? Do I need to spice things up? Where am I being maybe too sickly sweet? Do I need to bring a little contrast and bring a little salty in to neutralize the sickly sweet? So we get a chance to look at the dish that we're creating and choose a flavor. Choose a flavor that best represents what it is we're going for. So, what are your flavors? What are you going for this year? And I'm not necessarily talking about the sweet, salty, pungent, sour, all of that. What are the flavors? What are your values? For me, my words this year, as we begin in January, this is the last Sunday in January, and it's a chance to sort of have a look back over the month of, okay, how's it going? I stepped over the threshold into the new year. I've been looking at what I want to create for 2022 all month long. That's what I've been focusing on in my talks, my Sunday talks. What am I visioning? What am I calling in? What am I bringing forward? What vision do I want to cast that will help me organize my steps today? How do I want my life to look a year from now? And so as I've been focusing on that, sharing about that, I've been identifying for myself, what are my words? What do I value? As I think about who I want to be a year from now, as I think about how I want to feel, the impact I want to have on the world, what words are really aligning with me currently, based on everything that I've been through in the last couple of years, especially the last year. I brought a lot of things forward that I'm really happy about, and there were some things that not so good. So based on the experience of 2021, what can I discern as what would be most yummy, delicious, tasting? What kind of dish do I want to bring forth in 2022? Ask the same question. What flavors do I want to bring forth? What themes? How do I want to feel? And mine are comfort, ease, flow, and freedom. Comfort, ease, flow, and freedom. So when I think of my life a year from now, 11 months, 10 months, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, a month from now, I would love there to be a sense of comfort, ease, flow, and freedom. And so I'm going to be keeping that in mind as my particular flavor for this year. And I'm going to choose activities that also have those components to them. I'm going to choose to show up in the world, and I'm going to pay attention. Am I feeling easy? Am I feeling comfortable? Am I feeling a flow with what I'm thinking? Is there a congruence between what I'm doing and what I'm thinking and what I'm feeling? And does it give me an overarching sense of liberation and freedom? So I give you my example, that it may help you to see the importance of establishing your flavor, of establishing the words, the ideals, the attributes that you want to bring to your signature dish, your main meal for this year. And I trust for you that once you land on those ingredients, those flavors, that it gives you some guidance as to what other ingredients need to show up. Maybe when you're taking yourself too seriously, when there needs to be a bit of humor, when you're finding yourself that maybe being too sedentary, that you would like to have a bit more movement and activity. And so that you can bring a real balanced meal every day to your life. And that meal is, metaphysically speaking, energetic. It's an energetic meal that you're creating through the power of your mind, through the power of your heart. You've identified your heart's longing, your special flavors, ingredients, and you are using your mind to focus. So it's a heart and mind collaboration. You are a master chef. Your life is your signature dish. And I trust for you that the flavor of everyone around you adds to that. And you feel completely welcome here at the banquet table of life as you bring forth your most yummy signature dish this year. So happy January 2022. I will see you next week. And if we can support you with our practitioners, our conscious living practitioners, please let us know. And if this message has served you, you can donate to Growing Edge Live, Sunday broadcasts at Satya Center on Venmo, or our website, growingedgelive.com. And so thank you. And I'd like to share with a little prayer, a little activation. So, so join me in closing the eyes and just centering yourself in your primary flavors, whatever they are. And as you anchor yourself in your flavors, as you choose your flavors, maybe for the first time consciously in this way, you just begin to feel the aura of your flavor expanding in all directions. And I'm feeling a great flavor of joy right now as we connect in this field, this prayer field. Feeling a great sense of belonging right where I am. Fully present, recognizing the one life, the one power, that I am of that power. I am one of God. We all are. And as we take our place here at the banquet table of life, I trust and know for each of us that as we identify our unique flavor and essence, that we fan that flame in all that we do and all that we are, that we open our eyes to see more fully the universe offering its support, conspiring for our good, and we relax in knowing, needing to know how it all comes together, but just trusting that all we need to do is be open to the support of the divine flowing and showing itself in our lives. That may look like people showing up, phone calls, opportunities, invitations, books, groups, situations. We always find ourselves in the perfect place at the perfect time. And when we trust that, we simply let go of how life needs to unfold and begin to be a part of life, part of God, flowing, moving, allowing, generating, activating, motivating, inspiring, powerful, strong, joyful, flavorful, loving, compassionate. And we breathe into our universal self. We breathe into that higher motivation of being the presence of love. And we simply let go of how that happens and simply be it. We have to be it to see it. And we let go and we simply be our essence, be our love, be our flavor, and let the universe support us completely. And so I speak a blessing on all beings, without exception, all beings, that all of us feel the full measure of love and support that God is all the time. That we have a deep sense of belonging right where we are, a deep sense of knowing that all is well, just as it is, and that we are inspired to take the next bold step in our own becoming. And I speak a blessing on all those that are struggling right now to find their way. And let us give a great big quantum hug and let everything and everyone know that we're all in this together. There's only one, and we are it. So I release this prayer knowing that it is done. It is done in love and gratitude. And together we say, and so it is. Peace and blessings to you. Namaste, and see you next Sunday. Bye.